Tonight, Governor Sheriff Oboriori cautions Nigerians against idolizing political leaders. Federal government declares Wednesday and Thursday public holidays for Eid al-Kabir celebration. Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka urges Africans to unite in promoting a positive image of the continent. And abroad, Iran accuses United States of violating ceasefire agreement following fresh airstrikes. Very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us on the Delta Television main news at 8. Joy Uche is my name, and you can follow us our news online on Facebook and YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or you can visit our website at www.dbsasaba.com. Governor Sharif Oboriwori has cautioned Nigerians against idolizing political leaders, urging citizens to remain grateful to God for life, good health, and his blessings. Governor Sharif Oboriwori gave the advice during a morning devotion at the Government House Chapel in Asaba, where he gave thanks to God following the peaceful and successful conduct of the recent All Progressives Congress APC primary elections in the state. He expressed appreciation to God for the unity, stability, and support enjoyed by his administration, describing the recent primary elections as one of the best the state had witnessed in recent times. The governor commended those who had sustained prayer activities at the Government House Chapel, particularly the regular Monday to Friday prayer sessions, adding that the state government will hold its annual Thanksgiving service on Friday as part of activities marking his third anniversary in office. The federal government has declared tomorrow, May 27 and Thursday, May 28 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Kabir celebration. A statement from the Ministry of Interior congratulated Muslims across the country and abroad on the occasion, urging all to embrace the values of sacrifice, obedience, peace, and unity which Eid al-Kabir represented. The statement called on citizens to use the festive period to pray for the peace, stability, and continued progress of the country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has assured Nigeria's commitment to building a peaceful and secure nation where citizens can freely pursue their aspirations without fear. In his Eid al-Kabir message to Muslims in Nigeria and across the world, President Tinubu said the federal government would sustain efforts aimed at protecting lives and creating opportunities for all Nigerians. The president stated that his administration would continue to invest in critical sectors including security, infrastructure, agriculture, and human capital development to drive national growth and stability. He urged Muslim faithful to use the Eid al-Kabir celebration to pray for peace, unity, and wisdom for leaders, while also encouraging Nigerians to remember the less privileged and promote brotherhood across communities. President Tinubu further congratulated Muslims on witnessing another Eid al-Kabir celebration, describing the festival as a reflection of faith, obedience, and sacrifices as exemplified by Prophet Abraham. The Delta State House of Assembly has approved a one-year extension of the tenure of the governing board of the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, the SOPADIC, following a request by Governor Sheriff Oboriwori. The House also screened and confirmed Mr. Cosmos Benije as a member of the Commission's governing board. Favor Okafo reports.
Governor Sheriff Oborowori, in a letter read during plenary by the Speaker of the House, the Right Honourable Emomotimi Guo, explained that the request for tenure extension followed the expiration of the current board's mandate in line with relevant laws establishing the commission. The governor stated that the extension was necessary to ensure continuity in the SOPADEX programs and the effective discharge of its statutory responsibilities to oil-producing communities in the state. Governor Oborowori also informed the House that, following the resignation of a member of the board, Mrs. Cordelia Anyogu, Mr. Cosmas Igbenije has been nominated as her replacement.
Seek the approval of the Honourable House for the extension of the tenure of the governing board of the Commission for a further period of 1 year in order to ensure continuity in the implementation of its ongoing programs and the effective discharge of its statutory responsibilities.
The House thereafter dissolved into the Committee of the Whole to screen Mr. Igbenije for confirmation as a member of the Desopade Governing Board. Following the screening exercise, lawmakers confirmed his nomination, with the Speaker, the Right Honourable Guo, urging him to discharge his duties diligently and in accordance with the laws establishing the Commission. Earlier during plenary, the Speaker congratulated Governor Oborowori on his 3rd anniversary in office and also felicitated winners of the recently concluded APC primaries.
I also want to congratulate His Excellency Ajay Governor Right Honourable Elder Sheriff Rokwedo Oborowori, Governor of Delta State, on his emergence as the flag bearer of the APC as the gubernatorial candidate for the 2027 general election.
Favor Okafor reporting.
Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has called on well-meaning Nigerians and Africans to unite in efforts aimed at projecting the continent positively and liberating it from what he described as the shackles of darkness. Professor Soyinka made the call yesterday in Asaba at the African Day celebration, where he was guest to members of the Festival of Black and African Arts and Culture Festac 2027 team held at the Newton Jibono Convention Center, Mandela Gardens. Bridget Agetu reports.
Professor Wole Soyinka stressed that Africa must deliberately showcase its strength and rich heritage to the world while confronting narratives that continue to undermine the continent's image. He commended renowned environmentalist and cultural advocate Dr. Newton Jibono for his long-standing commitment to connecting Africa through cultural and humanitarian causes, particularly recalling his daring desert crossing experience aimed at promoting African unity and awareness. The literary icon described Dr. Jibono as a courageous figure whose sacrifice should inspire others to contribute their quota, no matter how little, towards illuminating the continent. He urged more Africans to support the Festac vision by putting their stamps on efforts aimed at promoting African culture, unity and identity, as well as its values and achievements.
So this, I'm adding to his journey, his experience, which he shared among young people. And all I can say is, may the pocket never dry, so you can actually accomplish a physical expression of the entirety of your inner life.
Earlier, Dr. Newton Jibono, the architect of the Mandela's Garden and a leading advocate of the Festac African Festival Initiative, said Africans must remain concerned about freeing themselves from mental and cultural subjugation inherited from colonialism. Dr. Jibono explained that his passion for reviving Festac was rooted in his involvement in Festac 77, hosted by Nigeria, insisting that the festival must not be allowed to fade into history. He paid glowing tribute to Professor Soyinka for standing by him during difficult period of activism and advocacy, naming the library and the center after the Nobel laureate. Professor Wole Soyinka was later taken on a guided tour of the gallery in the center, depicting the travels and human rights activities of Dr. Jibono. Bridget Agitu reporting.
Deltons, particularly residents of Asaba, have been enjoined to prepare to take active part in the Festival of Black and African Arts and Culture Festac, scheduled to be hosted by Delta State next year in collaboration with Lagos State after 50 years of being last hosted by Nigeria. The chairman of the 2027 Festac team, Mr. Yenka Abioye, made a call in a speech to welcome visiting Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka. Over again to Bridget Agetu.
Mr. Buhari said the idea behind Festac was born out of the need to restore unity among African nations after the era of imperialism and cultural domination. He explained that after decades of inactivity, the Festac was revived in Zanzibar in 2022 before moving to Eritrea and Tanzania in 2023, Kenya in 2024, and Ghana in 2025. The Festac team lead disclosed that the festival will return to Senegal later this year in honor of former Senegalese leader, poet, and cultural icon Léopold Sédar Senghor, after which it will return to Nigeria in 2027 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the festival.
It's a legacy. It's aligning the brand and the future of Africa's creativity, as well as the opportunity to accelerate the brand awareness across the continent and the diaspora. To global investors and diaspora communities, Africa's cultural industry represents one of the most opportunities of the 21st century.
Mr. Abioye commended Dr. Newton Jibono for his active involvement in preparation for the 2027 edition, scheduled for November next year, expressing delight that Asaba had been designated as one of the festival's event centers, and reiterating his appeal to all Deltans to use the opportunity of the forthcoming festival to showcase the rich cultural heritage of the state while helping to grow its economy. In his remarks, Dr. Newton Jibono called on the media in the state to contribute its quota by giving wide publicity and coverage to activities before, during, and after the festival. The occasion, which drew stakeholders from the public and private sectors, the media, and the art, featured performance by our cultural dance troupe, drama sketches, and poetry readings to the delight of the literary icon, Professor Wole Soyinka. Bridget Agitu reporting.
Tomorrow, May 27, is Children's Day, observed globally to promote the welfare, protection, and rights of children. The occasion also serves as a reminder of the responsibility of governments and communities to support the growth and development of every child. The observance highlights issues affecting children, including access to education, healthcare, and protection from abuse, violence, and discrimination, as the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, continues to advocate stronger protection for children worldwide. The global theme for this year, May Day, My Rights, highlights. The global theme for this year, My Day, My Rights, highlights the importance of listening to children and ensuring that their voices are reflected in decisions affecting their lives. The theme also promotes inclusion, equal opportunities, and protection for children regardless of background or circumstance. As the world celebrates children tomorrow, stakeholders are calling for renewed commitment towards creating safer and more supportive environments for children to thrive. Families were necessary to provide children with care, identity, and emotional support. The acting chief of Child Protection